Good day to everyone. For this session, we will talk about the epidemiology of drug abuse in the Philippines. This lecture will be all about substance use and abuse. We will discuss who the substance abusers are, what are the effects of the most common drugs of abuse, the treatment and prevention strategies currently available in the Philippines. This is the legal basis of our anti-drug abuse program in the Philippines. The old law was RA 6425, which was completely revised in 2002 to RA 9165. Based on this law, only DOH-accredited physicians like myself can diagnose and manage drug dependence in the Philippines. Some important sections of the law that you should know include Section 11 or drug possession. Drug possession is originally punishable by the death penalty. But since the abolition of the death penalty, the death penalty was now became life imprisonment. But technically speaking, this section punishes drug pushing. There's no actual drug pushing in the law. The reason I said that this is drug pushing is because no drug user will be caught with 500 grams of marijuana or 50 grams of shabu. 50 grams of shabu is roughly about 340,000 pesos, while 500 grams of marijuana is about 600,000 pesos. Section 12 is about the possession of drug paraphernalia. Drug paraphernalia is the term that denotes equipment, product, or accessory that is intended or modified for making, using, or concealing drugs, typically for recreational purposes. These includes rolling papers, bongs, ganjas, pipes, tinfoils, lighters, and so on and so forth. Mere possession of these will lead to imprisonment. For drug use or Section 15, you may be sentenced to rehabilitation on your first offense, but remember that you need to finish the rehabilitation and the required 24 months of aftercare program. If at any point in time you abrogate from rehabilitation, then you will go directly to imprisonment. It is unlawful upon any person who, unless authorized by law, shall make or issue a prescription or any other writing purporting to be a prescription for any dangerous drugs. Unlawful is usually a paid prescription and is done by non-doctors. For us doctors, the offense is Section 18 or a necessary prescription. It is defined as a doctor who shall prescribe any dangerous drug to any person whose physical or physiological condition does not require the use of or in the dosage prescribed therein. This is how the drug abuse problem evolved through the years. As you will notice, in 1972, there were only a few drug users in the Philippines. This may have been brought about by the live public execution of Chinese drug pusher Lim Seng by then President Marcos. The live public execution served its purpose as a deterrent for the proliferation of drug trade in the Philippines. 55 years later, another Marcos is on the helm. The drug abuse problem ballooned into 1.48 million drug users. 70% of the heinous crimes are drug related, and 36% of the inmate population are drug cases. Almost 22 billion pesos of drugs were seized last year. When President Duterte assumed the presidency in 2016, he started Operation Tukhang, which is now the subject of his ICC case. But figure never lies. From 2017 up to the present, we saw a decrease of barangays with drug problems from 58% in 2017 to as low as 14% last year, which might indicate the success of the plan. Sadly, this data shows that a lot of children are involved and affected by this drug menace. As young as 11 years old, we see children in drug den laboratories, cultivating marijuana, and 76% caught for drug pushing. This is the introduction to the epidemiology of drug abuse. Next, we will talk about the profile of drug abuser.